Right, example 4 has a word problem and a numerical answer, or no answer, something that you have to grid or fill in. So when you see this one, usually, like I said, it can be different. They can throw on some different questions, but usually this means it's also a systems of equations. Or it's one that we already talked about with direct variation or directly proportional. Okay, so usually if it's a system, there's going to be 4 numbers in the problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's a varies directly, which is that word is going to be in there somewhere, it's going to be 3 numbers they give you. So you're going to set up the proportion. So first of all, setting up the equation. So we have $780 in fares in one day. The price of the regular fare and the price of the discounted fare. So there's my 2 items, regular fare and discounted fare. And total fares, the total of 1,200 people paid the fare. So there's a total of 1,200 fares. Then the next one is money. So a regular fare is 80 cents. A discounted fare is 40 cents. And the total number made that day is 780. So this time we had to set up the system and we're going to have to solve it. Well, that goes back to solving systems. Home, new document, save changes, no. I'm going to go to the calculator, menu, algebra, solve a system, 2 variables. Now remember, I cannot plug in R and D. I've got to plug in X and Y. So we'll label RX and DY. So that's X plus Y equals 1,200 tickets. And then 80 cents for regular fare plus 40 cents for discounted fare equals 780. Enter. So that means that X, which is the first value, which is R, is 750, and Y, which is D, the discounted fare, is 450. So it gave me X and Y, which is R and D, because X is R and D is Y. Then you have to read the question, which is right here. How many people paid the regular fare? So I'm looking at regular fare here, which is $750. If it had asked for the discounted fare, then the answer would have been $450. And a lot of times they'll put both the $750 and the $450 in there. So you really have to read and see which one that they're asking for. Okay. Here is a varies directly or proportional. Again, if you see this word directly or proportional, you have 3 numbers, you're going to set up a proportion. You're still going to have 2 items, but this time you're going to deal with the items a little bit differently. You have amps and volts. So you have amps and volts and amps and volts. And you're going to set up 2 fractions. So they give me 12 amps is to 480 volts. And then 1.5 amps. And they want to know how many volts. So you cross multiply, you multiply these 2, and divide by this. So you get 480 times 1.5 equals 720. And then 720 divided by 12. Divided by 12, enter, is 60. And so that's the number of volts. And so you would put that into your answer choice. Again, 3 digits. Now, sometimes directly proportional might give you 2 digits or some kind of ordered pair. It might call it 12 and 480. If it gives you this ordered pair, you're always going to put y over x. Y over x. Just remember, you got to put y over x. Here we put x over y, but if they only give you 2 numbers, you've got to create this fraction, which is the slope. Rise, which is the y, over run, which is the x. So again, sometimes on these questions, they only give you 2 values. You have to place them y over x, and that is your answer. You just simplify that. You can go simplify it in the calculator. Okay, here's one for you to... Actually, I was going to do this one with you. Okay, let's do this together. A manager purchased a total of 21 coffee mugs and keychains. So we have coffee mugs and keychains. And there's a total of 21. Keychain cost is $2.75. So another equation with money. And then the value of a keychain is $2.75. Equals the total money, which is $132.50. Again, home, home, new document, save changes, no. Add a calculator, menu, algebra, solve the system. Okay, again, we're changing X and Y because we can't type in C and K. Equals 21. And the second equation, 2.75, excuse me, X plus 2.75 K. Wait, I did something wrong. They're both the same. Coffee mug is $8.50. I wrote $2.75. Coffee mug is $8.50. So this should be $8.50 here. $8.50 plus $2.75y equals $132.50. Enter. Again, I have to look at the question. How many coffee mugs? Okay, well, again, this was X and this is Y. So my answer choice gives me X and Y. So it gave me C is 13 and K is 8. And it asked for coffee mugs, so the answer is 13. All right, here's one for you to try on your own. A man purchased a total of 26 charger cords and wall blocks. So you have charger cords and wall blocks. This will be X and this will be Y. There's a total number of 26. The value of a charger cord is $8.75. The cost of a wall block is $2.50. And he spent a total of $152.50. This is very similar to this one, so I'm just going to copy this over again, save a little bit of time here. 8.75 and 250, and that's 152.50. Enter. So my answer is cords. He bought 14, and wall blocks, he bought 12. 14 cords, 12 wall blocks. And I look, how many wall blocks? So there's my answer, 12.